It's the worst of the CBC for November 2nd, 2019, the show where I watch the CBC so you don't have to. And, what's there really to say about today's CBC other than it really didn't need to exist? And I think if you watched it with a uncritical mind, you are less informed about global events than you were in the hour you went into it. So let's just start off. First story, top story, legitimate story, Quebec's without power. Okay, sure, Quebec's without power, that's bad. Windstorms happen. We're going to point out the irony slightly that the province that is stopping the rest of Canada from getting Canadian energy is itself without energy right now. Irony done. Okay, moving on. Number 2 story is fires in California. Okay, and this sort of pisses me off, and this is, and also I feel like I kind of called this, and I said during the Amazon fires that were below the historical average for Amazon fires, that this is going to be the new thing that they're going to push. The new climate mass media agenda will be, look, there's fires, and fires, 1, are scary, but 2, fires are hot. So it gives you the image that, fires happen because global warming, it's getting hotter, so things are just bursting into flame. It conjures up this very hot, fiery image, and it's in the climate, and it looks very disastrous. So I think the new narrative will be anytime there is a sort of an outbreak of world forest fires. So I think I don't think we will hear in the news. There could be an earthquake in Indonesia that kills half the population. It will not get as much coverage of the fact that there are seasonal wildfires that are, let's say, at 80% of what it usually is that year. I think that will get more coverage now because I think that's kind of the new narrative that they want to push on this whole climate hysteria. How do we fix the fires? Socialism? Oh, okay. That will be the generalized push there. And again, they're not covering the potential causes, the different laws California put in that is sort of hampering the forest maintaining, but I digress. So I think that might be the worst coverage story of the day. And we really have to talk about the biggest omission of the day, which is, again, Western Canada is on fire. Not literally on fire, is figuratively on fire. Industry is fleeing, and the Prime Minister is MIA. Literally. Where is he? Oh, I found where he is. He's in BC surfing right now. So industry is fleeing the West. Husky left. And Canada left. They've lost over 100,000 jobs since he got in. And major historical Canadian companies are leaving at a time where oil and gas stocks are booming. So they're going to the States where they can make money. And doesn't even make a statement. Then he flies over to BC on a private plane. What's the carbon footprint of that? And he's going surfing. He's surfing in the ocean. And before anyone asks, I checked it out, and I was pretty sure beforehand, no, there are no man-eating sharks in British Columbia. So the best you can hope for is an uncomfortable jellyfish sting for this idiot. But no, you're looking at either tiger sharks or great white sharks as ones that can do damage to humans, and those tend to be around Australia and New Zealand. So before you ask, no. You're looking at drowning jellyfish or act of God to take this one out. So I'm going to keep harping on the Western Canada stuff because it's not like Jessica Yaniv where, I could have said the biggest omission of the CBC each day was the fact that they are not covering the Jessica Yaniv story, which is really important. But what's happening in the West is way more important than Jessica Yaniv in terms of what if it manifests in real life quickly. The fact that, the West is losing jobs. And the other thing I'm going to hammer on is Western Canada's interests are really Canada's interests. And I don't mean that as some brotherly kumbaya BS. No, I actually mean that, if Western Canada does better and our oil and gas, we're an oil and gas economy. We're an energy economy, okay? Quebec and Ontario are going to run out of money real quickly once Alberta's done, okay? They fall. They were the propping up the entire Canada, right? Now we've had 4 years of Trudeau where they've been taken down, and we have so much sub-sovereign debt, so much debt, and it's a house of cards right now, and you have industry fleeing and fleeing and fleeing. It is just a matter of time before someone gives the economy a little and boom. And so 1, it's Canada's actual security, and 2, we're going to lose the West if we don't actually do something to fix these problems, because why was the West going to stay in Canada if our government is hostile to them? Literally hostile. It's not like they don't care. It's not like Trudeau doesn't care about the West. I would be much happier if Trudeau didn't care about the West, and they'd be better off. He actively is hostile to it, and that's a big problem that we have to fix. And the other thing is we don't even have the media mentioning this. Like, what's the point of this media? It covered nothing, right? It covers nothing of interest. And this is why I have to do this. Because if someone doesn't watch the CBC or the Global News or something and refix the media, then we're just going down the tube. So if you like what I do here, this Worst of the CBC, please click the Patreon or support us on PayPal. Really appreciate it. Or if you don't have the money, just like and share the video. It helps really well. Put it on Twitter or Reddit or somewhere, or tie your grandmother down in a chair and make her watch all these videos. Don't do that. That's not nice. Unless she's not a nice person, in which case do it. So that's all I have to say for today. And the Rosemary Barden scale, what are we even at now? A 9? Like, it's not even biased. It's just useless. It's just completely useless. It's like, I can't think of someone more useless than any of this. Who knows? I can't. My brain's dead right now. So thank you so much for watching. There'll be no episode tomorrow, as lots of family events, and then the Packers play, and I'm not going to skip that for you guys because they're 7-1. And I'll see everyone again Monday for another episode of the Worst of the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.